Impact Bound for Glory 2022 was last night. It was a very interesting show with some very interesting decisions in terms of booking and the winners of matches, but we'll kind of talk about that as it comes up as a subject. But today, as always, with Impact pay-per-views, we are talking about every debut and return that took place at said pay-per-view. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos talking about Impact Wrestling and talking about all their returns and debuts at one of their pay-per-views. But if you guys still want to see these, and I'll keep doing them, so just let me know in the comments if you want to see me keep doing these videos, and I'll keep doing them if you want me to keep doing them. But anyway, let's get into every debut and return that took place at Impact Bound for Glory 2022. The first debut that we saw of the show would have been the man formerly known as Fandango, and now known as Dirty Dango. He doesn't say it like that, it's just Dirty Dango. He made his debut on the pre-show answering the open challenge for Brian Myers' Digital Media Championship, and he was unsuccessful in the match, but he got a good reaction when he came out, and overall, as like a pickup for Impact, I think he's kind of just your perfect Impact wrestler. Can slot into the mid-card, wrestle in whatever division they want him to. Digital Media, World Heavyweight, X Division. Be a tag wrestler if they want him to. He's just a good guy who can do pretty much anything for the company. And just a proper Impact signing, I think. Like, I wouldn't expect Dango to go anywhere else other than Impact or NWA. Obviously, he's appeared in Control Your Narrative now, so that's another guy that Control Your Narrative has now lost, is Dirty Dango. Unlucky, Control Your Narrative. Unlucky. We had a return of Raven, who was also on the pre-show as he was being inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame. Raven absolutely deserves to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's always been great for Impact, was a big guy for Impact, and stuck around with Impact for a while. Like, bro was there until about 2010 doing stuff for EV 2.0. He's actually in one of my favorite TNA matches ever, which is such a random match. It's Raven and Daphne against Abyss and Taylor Wilde from Slammiversary 2009 in a Monsters Ball mixed tag match. It's one of my favorite TNA matches ever. And hey, another person from that match also returned on the show. That, of course, being Taylor Wilde, the former Knockouts champion, the Monster Slayer, the one who beat Kong, and the former Impact Knockouts Tag Team champion, the inaugural one who held it with Sarita. She returned in the Call Your Shot Battle Royal, the match that always has so many returns and debuts in it, and this was a really great return. Taylor Wilde, I really hope she sticks around at Impact, because she returned last year, actually, or the year before, and she only stuck around for a couple of months before she kind of just got released out of nowhere. I imagine there was some personal stuff that went on leading to her leaving, but we trust the process. She's finally back and hopefully here to stay and have a good run in the company, because she can still go. She could go back then, she can go now, and I'm looking forward to seeing Taylor Wilde back in Impact Wrestling and back in the Knockouts division. Taylor Wilde had a really strange moment in this match when she teamed up with none other than Bully Ray, who made his return to Impact Wrestling. Bully Ray was a huge name in TNA, like in its time, when he was Bully Ray, when he broke up with Bubba, or broke up with Devon, sorry, went from Brother Ray to Bully Ray, became the world champion, and was a main event singles guy. He was huge in TNA, leader of Aces and Eights, of course, famously, but he returned here in what was a pretty shocking return, actually, given the fact that, I don't know, Bully Ray just kind of assumed was pretty much done with TNA and Impact. He's appeared in the NWA, kind of floated around the indies. Wasn't expecting him to be an Impact. I don't know if he's staying around, but Impact did make the interesting decision to have him win this match. So yeah, Bully Ray won the Call Your Shot gauntlet, and he did call his shot later on in the night, looking like he was going to cash it on Josh Alexander and join up with Honor No More as one of the Ring of Honor guys. You know, he was only the guy that ruined Ring of Honor, Bully Ray, so he may as well join Honor No More. But he ended up turning on them and teaming up with Josh Alexander. It was really weird. But as I said before, as I said at the very start, Taylor Wilde and him had a really weird moment where Taylor Wilde and him did that double team move where she dives down into his guy's private parts, and then her and Bully Ray kissed, and it was a bit odd, but it happened, I guess. Then we had Tommy Dreamer make his return for Impact Wrestling, the man who has returned in every battle royale ever. Like, this was probably his third Impact Gauntlet for the Gold that he's been in at Bound for Glory, like returned in. He was also in the Double or Nothing Battle Royal for the first ever AEW show. He was in the All In Battle Royal, I believe. Like, this guy is he's just everywhere in every Battle Royal. So we, of course, had some ECW moments with Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and the return of Rhino, who also came out making his return to Impact for many months. I love Rhino, always loved Rhino, always been a big Rhino guy. This meant we also saw Rhino and Heath reunite as a team, which is really great to see. And we saw Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and Johnny Swinger, the ECW legends, all join up together in the ring. Another ECW legend and also a deathmatch legend in Matt Cardona returned to Impact Wrestling after a few months. He got injured, of course, and took some time away, had to vacate the NWA Championship, dropped the TNA Digital Media Title Championship. I need to say Impact and not TNA, it's still a bad habit of mine. He's returned to NWA recently, so it was only a matter of time before he started wrestling again for Impact. And as well, he was down to the UK recently, actually. He was only an hour away from me. I'm rambling, I need to stop rambling. Matt Cardona returned in this match. He's always great to have back. Matt Cardona was really killing it in Impact before he went away as Digital Media Champion, so interesting to see where they'll go with that, with him, Brian Myers, with Chelsea Green having just lost the title, the Knockouts tag titles. The Cardona family are going to be an interesting stable, I think, now that Cardona is back. Finally, as always, let's wrap up on the wrestlers that I think could be debuting or returning for Impact soon. And usually I have a whole list of like speculation I have, but I just don't have any this time round. I can talk about like EC3. Maybe EC3 could pop up an Impact again, with Ring of Honor being owned by AEW and Control Your Narrative being in a bit of a weird place. We're getting a lot of NWA people popping up in Impact. You know, Bully Ray has just appeared. Dirty Dango just appeared. So good chance that maybe we could see some more NWA guys popping up. Maybe EC3 could just pop up in Impact one day. That's going to be it from me, though. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to smack that like button. Let me know if you want me to keep doing these Impact debuts and returns. It seems like Impact, even more so than AEW now, have so many debuts and returns on every one of their big events they do, their big 4 pay-per-views. So, yeah, if you just want me to keep doing it, then just simply let me know, and I shall. But that's been it from me. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.